In today's class, we are going to discuss about usage of functions. Here I'm taking a very simple program. Whether a given number is prime or not. This is what we are going to see in this. I declared the number as integer and I'm reading a particular number. Percentage D is used because it is integer. Now, is prime is the name of the function. If you want, you can use any other name. It should indicate the purpose of the function for which we are using. And I am writing a function which displays whether a particular number is prime or not. So I am using the name is prime. Here we are sending num as the input to the function. Suppose if we want to know whether 45 is prime or not, 45 as an input should be sent to the function known as is prime. If you want to see whether 31 is a prime or not, then 31 should be sent to is prime as an input. Here our main program is having only 3 lines of code. In first line we declared the integer variable, and second line we read the number, and we are sending that number as an input parameter to a function known as is prime, and this num is also known as actual parameter. So whatever line that is written in line number 39 is considered as function calling. If we have a function calling, then there must also be function which is completely declared. So if you observe, this is from line number 3 to line number 34. We do have complete definition of the function known as is prime. Because it is not returning any value to main function, the return type is mentioned as void. If we are returning anything to main function, we can say here as int is prime or float is prime. So whatever is the return type, corresponding return type has to be mentioned here. In this particular example, we are not returning any value, so we mentioned here as void. Void is prime and within brackets int n. This n is considered as formal parameter. Whatever input that we are sending, we need to receive it. So here in a variable known as n, we are receiving the input. So this n is considered as formal parameter. Here in the program, we are checking whether n is equal to 0. Sorry, whether n is equal to 2. If n is equal to 2, it is considered as a prime number. We all know 2 is exceptional. Though it is even number, 2 is considered as prime number. Now, if it is not 2, in this, we are checking whether the given number is divisible by 2 or not. So if it is divisible by 2, then also it is considered as not a prime number. Now, if a particular number is not 2 and it is not divisible by 2, in such cases only we enter into this particular else part. So only when the given number is odd number, it enters into this particular code. And we are using the for loop to check the number from 3 to n divided by 2. Each time we are incrementing by 2. That means we need not verify for even numbers. I should be incremented by value 2. If it is initially 3, next we need not verify for 4. We can skip 4 and go to 5. Similarly, we can skip 6 and go to 7 because we already verified whether a particular number is even or not. So here the increment condition is set to I is equal to I plus 2. Now this n value is divisible by any of these I values ranging from 3 to n by 2. We are checking in this particular code. If n mod I is equal to 0, then flag is set to 1, indicating that it is not a prime because it is divisible by some other number. So we can consider that it is not a prime. And we are immediately breaking out of this for loop. If the number is 45, 45 mod 3 is equal to 0. So we understood that the number is not a prime. Then why to repeat the entire for loop? It is waste of time. So we are using the break command here. Now, once we come out of this else part, here we are checking whether flag value is 0 or 1. If flag value is 0, that means the number is not divisible by any number ranging from 3 to n by 2. So then we can happily declare that the given number is a prime number. If the flag is equal to 1, that means it is divisible by some number ranging from I is equal to 3 to n by 2. So we can say that the given number is not a prime. So this is the entire program. Here, what we need to observe is we are not returning any value back to the main function. So we mentioned the return type as void, and int n is the formal parameter which is not known to main function, and num is actual parameter which is not known to the function known as isPrime. And also in this program, we also learned the usage of break statement because we don't want to repeat the entire for loop. We want to come out of this for loop as and when the given number is divisible by I. We used break statement here. Hope you understood this program. In coming video, we are going to see how we can write a function using int as the return type.